Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn the structural elucidation of cephalosporin C. This is the structure of cephalosporin C. Both are same. Here we have an amino acid, carboxylic acid, sulfur, nitrogen, acetoxyl group, amide group and many. So let us go to the structural elucidation. Cephalosporin C is also an antibiotic. The spectrum for the activity of cephalosporin C was found to be similar to that of penicillin N, but comparatively cephalosporin C has less active. It is found to be a good starting material for the preparation of a series of penicillinase resistant antibiotics. Cephalosporin C has a significant activity against gram-positive and gram-negative organisms. Cephalosporin N is an antibiotic which is produced by a species of Cephalosporium bacteria. Abraham, a scientist, reported that antibiotic was penicillin. Cephalosporin N was penicillin. He isolated another antibiotic from the crude cephalosporin N and this was named as cephalosporin C. And cephalosporin C had good antibacterial activity. It was much more stable than cephalosporin N and it is resistant to the action of the enzyme penicillinase. And now the chemical constitution. Molecular formula is found to be C16H21N3O8S. Nature of nitrogen atom. With methyl iodide it forms a quaternary salt, so that we can say the nitrogen is tertiary in nature. And with nitrous acid it gives an alcoholic group. This indicates that there is a primary amino group present in cephalosporin C. Test for carboxylic acid. On hydrolysis an alcohol is formed. It also forms disodium salts, COONA, disodium salts with sodium hydroxide. This shows that there are two COOH groups in cephalosporin C. On hydrolysis, cephalosporin C yields an acid and alcohol. This indicates that it has an ester group. We know that an ester is RCOOR. If it is COOR, when hydrolyzed, COOH and ROH, an acid and alcohol. Presence of an amide group. On hydrolysis, it yields an acid and amine. Amide group is CONH. On hydrolysis, we get COOH, an acid, and NH2, an amine. This shows the presence of amide group in cephalosporin C. The next is test for unsaturation. On catalytic reduction with bromine, a dibromo derivative is formed. This means there is a single bond. There is a single double bond. Presence of carbonyl group. It gives oxime with hydroxylamine and it gives phenylhydrazone with phenylhydrazine. This indicates that cephalosporin C has one carbonyl group. These are some general methods for structural elucidation. There are some other tests which prove the structure for cephalosporin C. The electrometric titration of cephalosporin C showed that cephalosporin C has amino dicarboxylic acid, that is, it has an amino group and two carboxylic acid groups. The IR spectrum showed a band at 1783 cm inverse and this is due to the carbonyl group in the beta-lactam ring. And the next is a very important test, hydrolysis. When hydrolysis, cephalosporin C gives one molecule of D-alpha amino adipic acid, one molecule of carbon dioxide and ammonia. This is the structure of D-alpha amino adipic acid. And when cephalosporin C is heated with Raney nickel followed by hydrolysis, that is hydrogenolysis. Hydrogenolysis is nothing but reduction followed by hydrolysis. It gives D-alpha amino adipic acid, L-alanine and D-L-valine. This is the structure of L-alanine. On controlled hydrolysis, we get a dipeptide and D-alpha amino adipic acid and alpha beta diaminopropionic acid. These are the structures for D-alpha amino adipic acid, L-alanine and a dipeptide. Hydrolysis of cephalosporin C neutral solution at 37 degrees Celsius yields D2,4-amino 4-carboxybutyl thiazole 4-carboxylic acid. This is the structure of this compound. You can number it as 1, 2, 3, 4. And the second position we have this substituent. 4-amino, here 1, 2, 3 and this is 4. 4-amino 4-carboxybutyl thiazole, sulfur and hydrogen, thiazole 4-carboxylic acid. On the basis of the above said facts and IR spectra, cephalosporin C is assigned to have this part in its structure. And now we have to go for the structural elucidation of C7H8O4. On hydrolysis with sulfuric acid, it yields one molecule of acetic acid. This shows the presence of an acetoxyl group and it is explained by the IR band at 1783 cm inverse. Cephalosporin on dissolving in 0.1 normal hydrochloric acid at room temperature, we get a lactone which we name as cephalosporin CC with the disappearance of the acetoxy group. This lactone on hydrogenolysis with ranane nickel, we get alpha amino beta methyl butenolide. Alpha amino beta methyl butenolide. And this on hydrogenation yields gamma hydroxyvaline lactone. Gamma hydroxyvaline lactone. Gamma hydroxyvaline lactone. Formation of this compound from cephalosporin C can be taken as a proof for the group, this group in cephalosporin C. The presence of this group in cephalosporin C can be explained by the formation of this compound, alpha amino beta methyl butenolide. The position of double bond is confirmed by ozonolysis. So if we assume that we have this part in cephalosporin C, when ozonolysis occurs, the double bond here breaks and we get these two compounds. Double bond O and here this bond gives double bond O. So we can say that the double bond is present at this position. From all the above facts, Abraham and his co-workers assigned the following structure for cephalosporin C. And finally, the structure of cephalosporin C is confirmed by its synthesis. This is the synthesis of cephalosporin C proposed by Woodward. And the preparation is from L plus cysteine by using stereospecific reactions. This is the structural elucidation of cephalosporin C. Thank you friends. See you all in the next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.